Welcome back to my channel. This is my sorry, everything's going terribly wrong right now because I'm trying to restrain this little guy because he was being super loud in the background scratching on the boxes. So yeah, my name's Alicia. This is Alicia Creates. Um, Kitten for clout. Anyway, so yeah, so I didn't think I was gonna be doing any like cleaning in the background of my room today because I was doing a lot of cleaning in the house and I was like, I don't want to do cleaning here. I want to clean the house, work my book. But sorry, I'm playing with a cat right now. Well, kind of. He's fighting my hand as I talk with my hand. But I watched a video where somebody was reviewing videos of an author. I'm gonna refer to him as an author in this video, and where an author um openly spoke up openly spoke about their use of AI in their writing, and I just got so worked up and annoyed and angry that now I have energy and I need to do something with it. So I'm gonna. I guess I'm cleaning now. I'm worked up and I'm gonna clean. You know, I might wear my hair like this right now. I think I prefer it. Okay, anyway, but yeah, no, I was watching that video and it wasn't like somebody accusing an author of using AI because yeah, I don't deal in accusations. I deal in facts. And this author was openly talking about their use of AI. I'm not gonna drop any names because I just don't want to deal with that, but they were openly talking about their use of AI in their book, and I was watching it and I was getting so agitated and aggravated that I was like, I can't with this anymore. And now I have all this energy and rage and annoyance that I have to do something. Sorry if you. This is why I was holding him. He's being very loud. But yeah, so now I'm annoyed. So I'm gonna move some boxes around. I'm gonna lift some heavy things. But I might also still write later in the video. Because I honestly right now, mostly what I want to do is move some of the empty boxes to my office. And then we'll see from there. If I end up doing that, then I might go through some of the more empty boxes and put some of that stuff away, and then move those empty boxes to my office. And maybe just assemble some, because I don't think I'm gonna need all of these empty boxes I have. I just want to save like a few, because I don't need that many. Because like I said, we're saving boxes to put stuff away in that we're gonna throw away, that we're gonna donate, stuff like that. So yeah, so we're saving some of our boxes, but I have quite a few saved already. I don't need this many, so I'm gonna get started on that. I'm gonna set my cam up so you can watch me, not into my office, but just set it up so you can watch me move around here like a little ant. And you may or may not see my cats. The little black and white one is Klaus. The big tabby one is Tad. Um, Tad is currently not feeling super well, so if you see him and he looks a little sad or a little like sluggish, it's not because the kitten's bothering him. He actually really is enjoying the kitten. He just doesn't feel super great right now. He's just a little under the weather. He's got some allergies. He's an inside cat and he got outside, which we take him outside, but not right now because the pollen is super bad because we're having awful weather, and he's just not feeling the best. So if you see him, he's like, that's why. He doesn't feel so good right now. But he's taking some medicine and he's feeling and looking a lot better than he was just 2 days ago. So yeah. Poor little guy. Oh, you can't see him in the camera. Oh. I don't want to pick him up because he don't feel good. Well, now I have a sick cat laying in my lap. So I'm gonna turn the camera off and give him a few minutes to chill, and then I'm gonna set up my camera and get to work. I'm gonna let him chill for a few minutes though, because I'll feel like a mean person if I just make him get up after I called him over here. I thought you'd be able to see him, so yeah. But this is my craft closet. I think you might be able to see some of my yarn stash I have going on. The other half you don't need to see that half. That half is just more boxes. But yeah, I have what you can't see just next to these boxes is a shelf that I'm eventually gonna sort out. Underneath you actually is my printing station and packaging station for when people order things. So let's get started. I believe this box is empty, or mostly empty, so I'm gonna go ahead and get that moved. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on something to listen to. I'm gonna finish that video that got me amped up, finish watching that, and I'm gonna listen to a book or some music. So I'm gonna let you guys watch my little montage and I'm gonna get started. I was about to show you guys my mushrooms, but my cat is, oh, he was laying on the back of my chair so funnily. I was gonna try to pull him out so you could see him, but he moved. Oh, don't leave. So I made these little mushroom pillows. Sorry, my cat is sitting on the back of my chair, but he doesn't fit. He's very upset he doesn't fit. Nothing I can do about that, sorry. But I made these and they pop up if you want to pop them up or pop them down. But I have these, they're thick, they're squishy, they're comfy. Oh, that'd make a great little pillow. And for napping. But anyway, I made these like for couch throw pillows, like decorative throw pillows. And I made 2 of each of them for a market I went to. I'm trying to think what it was technically called, but I'm just gonna call it a market. For a market I worked at once, because it was just a one-off kind of market. Well, it's a yearly one, but it's not one that's like there every weekend kind of market. It's a yearly market. But I did that, and this little girl, she walked up, and I was so surprised that her mom let her get this. Oh, look at it. But I was so surprised her mom let her get this. So her mom and her walk up, and I had these a little cheaper than I sell them on my Etsy because there's no shipping involved. And then also I was like worried people wouldn't buy them if I had them too much. So honestly, the price I was selling it at really was less than, well, not less than what it was worth because of the stuff that went into it, but less than I should have been selling it for. But she walked up and she was like 9, maybe. And she walked up and she saw this, she came straight to it. It was like kind of sat in front of me. She came straight to it. She saw this, she saw like a smaller miniature version. And then she saw a couple other mushroom things and she was like, saw this, she's like, how much is it? And I think it was like 50 or 60 bucks. So I said, 50 or 60. And she looked at her mom and she's like, can I get it? And her mom was like, if you want. And she was like, I want this. And she saw a miniature one, she picked it up, she's like, I want this. And she saw the hat and she picked it up, she's like, I want this. And she's like, oh, a purse. And then her mom was like, remember, there's that other purse at the front and we're still not done. So do you want to get a purse now or do you want to wait? And she's like, I'll wait. And so she went ahead and got all of these random mushroom items, and then I came back and got a purse. So that girl left with so many little mushroom items. It was adorable. But that was a really long rant. But I was not expecting this mom to let her little girl just get like $100+ in mushroom items at a little county fair style thing. I was like, oh. And another thing, we had the best booth. We were right across. There was like a gravel driveway into the event. Not where people drove, but just like that. You parked in the front, but the gravel driveway continued through the event. We were right there, so people were walking there mostly because it was easier to walk on. And then right across from that was where the food stalls were. So people would see us at the food stalls on their break, come over and buy stuff from me. And then also give us discounts because they saw us and knew we worked there. Sometimes they try to give vendors discounts, but they didn't also always know if people were actually vendors, and they saw me, so they knew I was a vendor and gave me a discount, and would also just bring me food, which was awesome. And then also we were right next to, they had weenie dog races and well, it was weenie dogs and corgis. It was weenie dog and corgi races. Adorable. And then a costume contest for weenie dogs and corgis. So there was weenie dog and corgis everywhere. It was so cute. It was such a good weekend. It was a 3-day event. It was so fun. I want to do that again so bad, but I don't think I will be, unfortunately. I think the days of craft markets are over. But if I do get a chance to do that again, that would be awesome because that was really fun. But now I work really weird days and hours. So anyway, back to what I was doing. I just had to show you these because they're precious, and I kind of want to throw one on my couch, but while my kitten is still growing up, I might not because I don't want him to destroy them because he's not too bad. He's just really playful and he likes to attack things. But I will be posting these on my shop. They're not on my shop yet, but if you're interested, let me know and I'll go ahead and hurry up and post them on my shop. They're just not on my shop yet, but I have a box of like unfinished projects. Maybe that should be one of my first videos I do, like finishing unfinished projects. There was originally, I had an idea for my first project back when I came back, but I was planning on coming back in like the fall season, and it was a more fall themed project. I mean, it's technically a project you'd want to wear not in fall, but it's based off of something that's fall related. I don't want to give too much information here. So I'm trying to decide if I want to, when I want to do this video. So. question. This is kind of craft related, and it's no longer Christmassy, so I might, if I do this, save it till next year. But I have this old, like really old, family ornament that I'm thinking of repainting because it is looking rough. Hold on, is it gonna focus? It says 1980, or yeah, sorry, 1885. Yeah, but little Santa Claus. I need to paint him. I'm thinking of making him look like the old school Santas, like maybe like purple robes, still make these parts green, adding some fun colors like red and purple, or his robes would be purple, so like red and blues and stuff. I don't know, but he's just a little rough. Need to fix him up. I just like his little face. Oh, you can't see his little face. There we go. But yeah, see, it says 1885. It's gonna, yeah, 1885. But just look at his little face. I don't know what that accent was. And then, where's the bottom? 1885. It's probably backwards for you guys. Now let me, so you can see me again. Why? So I'm not gonna name any names, but guess who just knocked over the trash can and pulled out all the trash? It wasn't, I'm not saying who it was, but it wasn't the big cat. It wasn't Tad, because he's good. Get out of the trash! Why are you in the trash? You're not the trash man! Spit that out! What's wrong with you? You don't need the tissues! Behold, the trash man. Stop it. Get some help. Bruh. I forgot my cart was broken and I have to like wheel it across the room, so I'm gonna have to try to pick it up, but I'm scared it's gonna fall apart because it's just like a plastic one with drawers, but they're kind of heavy, so I don't know how I'm gonna go about this. Yay. I say this out of love, and you're really, really cute, but your breath smells really bad. And also I'm gonna need you to move so you don't get squished. I'm sorry, little baby. So that thing you usually see in the background of my videos kind of in the corner with all the clutter on top of it, I've moved over here. But I moved over here, and this is gonna be the table that you see me doing my crafts on. I like it to be in front of the window for good lighting, and at some point I might move my computer desk to where the second table is to have a little bit of natural lighting when I record, but because of cabling and stuff, and I had to have my computer set up quickly when we first moved in, and we didn't have a long enough cable at the time, this is just where we set it up. So, this is just how it is now. Dang it. I just measured a piece of furniture I wanted to put somewhere to see if it would fit, and it doesn't fit by like an inch. Which isn't a lot, but also at the same time is. Dang it. Oh, like I said, I plan on getting all new furniture because I have a piece of dark, like cherry wood, dark brown, almost blackish, this like light yellow, and then two black plastic pieces of furniture. So I want to revamp all this. I like my chair though. I like my chair. I just want to, I'm going to reupholster it. By reupholster, I mean I'm probably going to crochet a cover for it, which I think could be fun. Maybe like a scrappy, like scrap looking one with scrappy on it. I think that could be really fun. Cotton, of course, or maybe like a bamboo cotton blend. Because I do have scrap of both of those options. Yeah. He is having a field day down there. You can't even see him. Anyway. Ta-da! There's still boxes piled up over here like crazy, which I'll probably still set over there for now. But when I want to record some kind of craft video, I can just set the mount I have up over here, because it latches to tables. I just latch it up over here, open this curtain, or like undo it so more light filters in, and voila. Looking better already. I can't wait to get some curtains and some lights and some stuff going on. I know I made those light things a while ago, but I think I either have someone I can give them to or I might sell them. And then I might get some either small, like lighter, like as in smaller, thinner vines and some twinkle lights, or some that have a combo of both on there, and then crochet with some very small, like embroidery thread, crochet some smaller of those white flowers and put on some of the bulbs on those vines. I know those aren't the kind of vines that would have those kind of flowers, but it's made of yarn. It's fine. It's not a big deal. So I might do that, and then when I have my curtains, because this room is gonna be painted differently, and then I'll have like white light filtering curtains made of like linen on either side that I can close if I want, with some of those draped on either side, on the other, on this side and on this side. And then because the ones I've been looking at are usually like curtain style, so there's a bunch of them hanging down, I'll have some over here, some over here, and then I might even carry some over to hang around or over the top, if not off both sides of my closet door, just for fun. I'm trying to hang a few things up. And then my dad's cane. I know since it is made out of bone and teeth and everyone's not a fan of that, I am probably going to hang it on the wall. I'll have to set up over there and see when I do the background what all you can see. I'll probably try to have it set up so my background is angled like that direction, so you see like the door and part of that wall, and then when I'm over here you'll also see it, but that same stuff but from a different angle. So I'll probably put that cane my dad made me on like this wall right here or right above my computer, because I do want it on the wall. I planned on putting it on the wall last place I lived at. I just never got to it, but it's really pretty and I want it on the wall. It will look a bit odd with the paint job I'm choosing, because I saw this thing, well, I've seen a lot of videos where people get like stamps and they stamp paint and they put it on the wall and use it as their own like wallpaper. And I wanted to do something like that. And we're doing our living room and our kitchen in a very light, very, very pale shade of green. And then we're doing our master bedroom and bathroom in we're gonna basically take like a similar shade, just go a shade or two darker and paint the bedroom and bathroom that color. So I want to take those two shades of green, the color that I'm painting my office, which is probably gonna be like a purpley, like a mauve, pinky purple color. And then I want to take like maybe like add like I might do the yellow that we painted the front door, and then maybe like a blue, like a light blue, like a blue that matches those tones, kind of a muted blue, and maybe a pink. I haven't decided. I don't know. I'm gonna take those colors and see what all I want to do with them, and do a pattern and find a nice like floral stamp, and very sparse. It's not gonna be a lot. And then also the white, because we painted our door yellow and we painted the window frame around it this really nice shade of white, which I know sounds weird, but the color was called like newspaper or something. It was very nice. It almost looked yellow until you put it next to the yellow. We painted our door, and our door almost looked white until we put it next to the paint. They look very nice together. I'm so dark. I don't mean to be this dark. Do I need to stand way over here while I talk? Because I don't want to. But, that's kind of better, I guess. But yeah, I want to, like, do that like floral pattern stamped on the wall very sparsely. And then I want like some kind of a medium-ish to lightish tone wood. I don't know how to explain the kind of wood tone I want. I think it's oak or something. Paneling up the wall part of the way. But yeah, I know like that's gonna look very odd with the staff or with the cane up there on the wall. They don't really go together, but I don't care. But the wood I use in the rest of my room for like the desks for my craft desk and my office desk, and then the shelves. Eventually I want to do like built-in shelves, so maybe the whole like desks and shelving will be like a built-in unit. Maybe I'll do like one big desk and then like little tiny shelves over there, like open shelves in the corner here or something, or some kind of little drawer shelves over here in this corner or something, and like one big shelf on this, or one big table on this wall for my craft and my computer maybe, or maybe like a little bit of an L shape or something, I don't know. And then like have maybe this whole back wall or this wall be a shelf. I haven't decided. But I think that would be really nice. And that have all that be the same color as the wall paneling to kind of complement each other. So it's very like light and bright in here, and you have like a little bit of moodiness and a little bit of an antique look with the wood, make like kind of complementing the slight antique look of the wallpaper, or it's paint, but it's gonna kind of have a wallpaper style. But we'll see when I get there. I could change my mind and it could look nothing like that. But the rest of the house is just gonna be one solid color. Although I will say in my office, I'm gonna paint it one solid color, but I kind of want to do like the paneling that I said. I kind of want to do that paneling in there as well, because I think that paneling would look really good with the color, which I was, when we were looking at paint swatches for the front door, I found this one. It's called Orchid, which is pretty close to that like pinky purple mauve color I was wanting. It is, because our ceilings and our walls are the same color, when I hold it up to the ceiling, it's a lot darker than I want. So the color is, when it's facing this way, is exactly the color I want it to be when it's on the ceiling. So when it's on the walls, it'll be lighter. So I almost want to see if I can go somewhere and get a custom color of this and be like, can you make this like 2 shades lighter? I'm okay to pay extra because it's a very tiny room. That's why it's my office. It is like the size. It's honestly smaller than our walk-in closet. It is tiny. It's half the size of this room. And this room is half the size of our bedroom. It is a tiny one. But it is a really, oh, it's not picking up on camera because it's so warm in here, but it's, oh, you can kind of see it there. That's almost close. It's a really pretty color, but it's, if you just want to look it up, this is what it is. There we go. I think that might be reversed, but you can either screenshot it and reverse it on your camera or figure it out. But it's a very pretty color. So, yeah. You just can't really see it in this lighting, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm gonna write. It may or may not be in this video because I did a lot more chatting than I expected. So this video might just be, well, I just moved some stuff around. So maybe this will just be a really long video. We'll see. Let me know your thoughts, any opinions you might have to change it up. But again, I don't want to go too antique. I don't want to go too modern because I do want it to be very light and breezy and airy in here. And not too, well, I say not too cluttered. I'm going to have it a little cluttered because I'm going to be doing some stuff in here. And I also have to figure out where I'm going to put my dad's clock. My dad made me a whole clock that I got to put in here somewhere, so. It's not like a working clock, but it is like a 6 foot tall or more actually, because my dad's 6 foot tall and it's taller than him. So like 6.5 foot tall grandfather clock that was meant to be like a bookshelf on the inside. Like it looks like a clock, but you open it up, like the part where you would see the dangling down bits. You open it up and it's shelves for books. I still have to paint it and do everything I need to do to it, but I do want that in here. I know the colors aren't going to go with this style, but I think that's part of what I'm going for the vibes. You'll see when I get it all put together. You'll see what it's, you'll see. I have a vision, so stick with me. It's gonna look weird, but stick with me. It'll look, well, I hope. It might look like steaming garbage. Right, so before I get started, saying what's going on, and everything I wanted to say to you. I'm gonna show you Tad now that he is sitting in a place where I can reveal him before he leaves. Okay. I know he looks fat. Okay? Don't don't be in the comments like cat is fat. He's a large cat and he likes to hunch into a ball. When he's stretched out, he's not. He's perfectly healthy. We take him to the vet. He's well in range of being more than healthy. He's perfectly fine. Because he's not just a tabby cat. He's a mix, so he is a very large cat because of what he is. So anyway, so I decided that I don't want to just end the video on that little montage of me cleaning and jabbering. I'm going to go ahead and do some writing. I have about 30 minutes to an hour before my boyfriend gets home and also before my mom stops by. She is dropping by a bag of strawberries, and when I say a bag, I mean like a grocery bag or more of uh, fresh strawberries. Her neighbor, not the one whose property she lives on, but she lives in like this like whole farming area, and one of the people on the dirt road she lives on, okay, he's leaving. He doesn't care anymore. On one of the, he's leaving because I'm talking. He doesn't like it. That sounds mean. He doesn't like the noise. That also sounds awful. Anyway, he doesn't feel good. He wants to be in the quiet. But also, if you hear raccoon noises, that is the kitten. He makes raccoon noises, I don't know. But anyway, my mom lives in the middle of a farming area, and one of her neighbors brought her some fresh strawberries because they had too many. They didn't sell them all in their little festival fair thing, and they didn't want them to go bad. So she brought my mom like 4 or 5 bags of just free strawberries and was like, here you go. Because she was just driving down the road and just giving them all out to neighbors and was just like, here, everybody, take some bags, take some bags of strawberries. Please take them. So my mom's dropping some by for me and dropping some off to different family members as she comes this direction. So yeah, I'm getting an entire bag of free strawberries, which I am super excited about because I love strawberries. Also, through editing my videos, I realize like it looks like I'm looking in my viewfinder and like fixing my hair or face a lot. I'm just touching my face when I'm just in general. I touch my face and mess with my hair a lot. That's just something I do. And when I look in the viewfinder, I can't actually see myself that well because of how far away you're super far away. Like I'm zoomed in and I'm reaching and like I'm very far, like you're very far away. Like you're very far away. So on the viewfinder, I can see it well enough to see if I'm in focus and not blurry, but I can't really see myself well at all. So so if you see me messing with my hair and looking in the viewfinder, this is just me messing with my hair. Like I mess with my hair. And if you see me look in the viewfinder, I'm just looking to make sure I'm still in focus. So those two things are not correlated. I'm not like, ooh, uh, no. No. Oh, maybe. No. I'm not. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do some more writing. Or some more writing. I'm gonna go ahead and do some writing. I'm now on chapter 2. But yeah, I'm gonna write for 30 minutes to an hour before everyone starts showing up at my house. And then call it a wrap. Which, let me go ahead and get this going. And also, probably a little less because I need to get some laundry switched over and do a few things before people all show up at once. So yeah, I'll have to leave a little bit before that so I can go get that taken care of. But so I know I'm definitely not going to be able to get through the entirety of chapter 2 because chapter 2 is actually, is it a long chapter? I believe it is. Yeah. Well, how many words is it? It's about 5-ish hundred, less than the last chapter before the edit. And that took me an hour and a half, so. But this is the one that needs a lot more fleshing out. So yeah, I'm probably only gonna get like a quarter to halfway through this chapter. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get started and not waste any more time. Let's go. So when I'm working on this kind of edit where I copy things over because I'm trying to flesh them out, is it okay? Well, not like asking permission, but is it normal for there to be like good chunks or like a good paragraph or a good section where like you pretty much copy it over word for word, like you don't really make an edit to it? Because like I have this like opening paragraph. It's like it's not a long paragraph. It's pretty fleshed out. Like it's a good paragraph, and I don't see or know of any tweaks I want to make to it. I might highlight it and ask my boyfriend like what he thinks. You guys come across that? Is that normal? Is that fine? I don't know. My focus is wrong. There we go. Better. So I just got done with that chapter. This wasn't the chapter I thought it was, so there actually wasn't much to flesh out as I thought there was going to be, so it only took me about 30 minutes to get entirely through that chapter. I do want to, like I said, go back and tweak it a bit more, but as for this kind of fleshing out, it didn't actually need intense overhaul of fleshing out. There's just like a few minor things that I went through and underlined that I kind of want to get second opinions on for some alterations. So like I said, I underlined those to come back to them and put in a few notes for some options. But yeah, I started off, that chapter had 1,989 words, and my new chapter, after rewriting it into a new document, has 1,970 words, so not a big difference. But this chapter actually didn't need a huge overhaul. Honestly, it seems fine, but we'll see. The other chapter before it needed a bit more work, and the ones after this one I know are gonna need a lot of work. This section for this monster they're about to fight, I need to do a lot of fleshing out. I thought, because I knew this monster was coming up, I was like, okay, this monster bit needs a lot of fleshing out. But this first chapter is actually not bad, but because I was just like, I don't know, I was writing it, it wasn't so bad, but when I really got into the thick of it, I was just writing really quick. I was like, not writing specific details because I was in a hurry to get what was going on in my head on paper. So yeah, once I get to the meat and potatoes of it all, I need to really go through it and work on it. But yeah, meat and potatoes of the, what am I saying? Okay, my cats are playing on the table. Great. I just lint rolled that sheet I put out, and my cat has already got his little furry belly on it. Great. Whatever. The other one's being noisy, of course. Anyway, yeah, that's my word count for today. I'm actually pretty happy with how this is going, but the next bits are gonna need a lot of editing. But tonight, if my boyfriend hasn't had a bad day at work, I hope he hasn't, I will ask him to check out these underlined bits and get his opinions on if I should go this route or this route with a certain scene, or if I should do this word choice or this word. Like, I have a few different options for different things where I have underlined because I have different things going on for different spots that I'm indecisive on. Words. It's been a long day. I've done a lot today. My brain is fried, but yeah. I'm talking to him about that. Maybe also send it to a couple of my friends to get their opinions on it and see what they think on these specific little bits. Because I do have some people that have read all of this, so if I send them just those bits, they'll kind of know they'll kind of know what I'm talking about and see, I can get their opinions. Anyway, before I babble on too much and say some kind of ridiculous BS, I'm gonna end this video. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a lovely day. Let me know how your guys' progress is going and all of that. And I know some of you guys are not a fan of the book stuff going on, but like I said, my channel is not gonna be just book stuff. Once this first month is over with, it is gonna be at least half craft stuff like it used to be. So please don't leave. Please stay around and just ignore the book stuff for this first month. And then the regularly scheduled craft stuff will be back, okay? So I'm sorry to bother any of you who are not a fan of that and is not here for that, but just ignore it for now. Come back at the end of the month, and your, regular stuff will be here. But anyway, thank you so much for sticking around. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Again, let me know how your book progress is going and how you're feeling down below, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Did I just say that? Whatever, I'll say it again. I'll see you guys tomorrow.